Hi, my name is Steve Rowe. Welcome to the Neigong Martial Arts Tai Chi Chuan Neigong practice. This video will cover the 5 standing postures, seated, laying down and walking meditations. I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone. When we use the word Neigong, Ne means inner and Gong means work. Okay, so this is the foundation of Tai Chi. So we're working on our posture, our breathing and our mind. We're trying to make our mind aware, focused, sensitive and intense. We're also working in parts of it on our emotional intelligence, so we're working on the yin and yang of our emotional selves. Hope you enjoy this. Okay, in neutral standing, we want to make sure we're standing tall, breathe deep and focus your mind. You need to unlock the ankles, knees, hips, back and chest. Make a nice active stretch, raising the crown of the head and stretching right the way through to the tips of the fingers. Take the tongue to the top palate and connect through the pubic oxygenous muscle that links the pubic bone and the tailbone. Find your natural breathing rhythm. Harmonize left and right of the body. So that's ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows and wrist. Then harmonize upper and lower body, so connect your ankles to your wrists, your knees to your elbows and your hips to your shoulders. Find and connect the 3 bows through the legs, the spine and the arms. Make sure your mind is aware, focused, sensitive and intense. Okay, so now we have upper yin and that will be followed by lower yin. Now we have to make sure that we do everything that we did in neutral. So stand tall, breathe deep, focus your mind, unlock ankles, knees, hips, back and chest. An active stretch up through the crown of the head, stretching to the tips of the fingers. Tongue to the top palate, connect through the PC muscle, find your natural breathing rhythm. Harmonize left and right, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows and wrists. Then upper and lower, connecting ankles to wrists, knees to elbows, hips to shoulders, base of the spine to the top of the spine. Find and connect the 3 bows through the legs, spine and arms, making sure your mind is aware, focused, sensitive and intense. In upper yin, you lift the arms and you rest them down onto the body core. And there's a very soft bowing of the bows. Here in yin as well, the mind should be on patience, kindness, tolerance and compassion. When you bring them to lower yin, it's almost like holding a big bowl or a huge belly. Your arms make a full circle in front of the body. And again, everything that we did in neutral, everything that we did in upper yin, and that lovely yin softness where the energy is returning back to the internal organs. Nurturing, healing and softening. Okay, that brings us on to upper and lower yang. Once again, we do everything that we did in neutral standing. So again, stand tall, breathe deep, focus your mind, unlock the joints, active stretch, make sure that you harmonize left and right and upper and lower. Find and connect your 3 bows, make sure your mind is aware, focused, sensitive and intense. Raise your hands up into upper yang. Make sure that your hands are very slightly cupped, that your hands are lightly stretched, fingers point upwards and that the tiger's mouth is open. Make sure you've set your wrists, elbows and shoulders so that you're able to manipulate that to bow the 3 bows. Your energy should be raised, your eyes should be fierce, your emotions should be on resolve, determination and courage. And as we go into lower yang, you turn the hands over to face down towards the floor, so they're in the same position as upper yang, but they've just been brought down until the palms of the hands face the floor. And as you do that, it's almost like you're doing a dip. You know, you push up and that will stretch and open your body right the way up through the crown of the head, and you'll find that where you cup the palms of your hands, they're facing down in exactly the same way as the arches of the feet are, which makes them pulse in exactly the same way that the feet do, and you can really get the links there. So remember, resolve, determination, courage, power. Try and get those really strong yang feelings to build the power side of your emotional intelligence. So there you have the 5 standing postures. So you've got neutral, you've got upper and lower yin, and upper and lower yang. And apart from training your posture, your breathing and your mind, the emotional intelligence, it plays an important part. We need that switch. We need to always be careful, mindful, polite, courteous, compassionate, and have that patience, kindness, tolerance and compassion. That's what you'd expect from a senior martial artist, or in effect anyone really that trains in martial arts. But you also need that switch, because when life does go bad, you need that courage, resolve, determination and power to be able to deal with situations. Remember, peace is earned, it's not just given. And sometimes, you know, you've got to dig deep, but also most people fail because they can't switch fast enough. If you're a normal, nice, polite person, sometimes it's really difficult to suddenly dig deep and find that courage, resolve and determination you need to make things happen. That's why it's important to train with these 5 standing postures every day. If you're feeling weak and vulnerable, train more in the yang to build that side up. If you feel aggressive and bad-tempered, then train more in the yin. So read your emotions every day and adjust your training so that you can balance yourself. Let's move on to the meditation. So that brings us to seated meditation. Here, when you sit, here you can see Mikey's kneeling, or you can sit in a chair, or you can sit on a cushion, but just make sure that your hips are higher than your feet. Pull yourself up straight, tongue to the top palate, breathe nice and deep, find your natural breathing rhythm, and have your hands in a yang position on the thighs, still making sure you can release the chest, or they could be in a yin position. But make sure that you use your mind now to focus on your breathing and follow the breath all the way down into the dantian and all the way up. If you can let your mind stick to your breath, this will gradually reduce the thinking part of the mind. And if you do this right, at the end of it, your thinking should slow down as you're focusing on one point, and then gradually cease, and this will bring you to a state of absorption. Okay, so this brings us to the laying meditation. So all the things that we had with the standing Neigong and with the seated meditation in Neigong now comes with laying as well. When you lay on your back, make sure the soles of your feet are on the floor, legs bent and palms of the hands down by your side. As you can see here with Mikey, he's breathing from his lower stomach, and this is easier when you're laying down because you can see the stomach going up and down, so this really helps with deep breathing. Same thing with the mind here. Make sure it remains aware, focused, sensitive and intense, and you can really feel the energy coming up from the ground here. So you can feel it through the palms of your hands, through the soles of your feet, through your back, and you can kind of let all the tension just relax down into the earth. So this can be a really good positive way of meditating, particularly at the end of a class. Which finally brings us to walking meditation. And once again, all the same things that we did in standing. So making sure you're standing tall, breathing deep, focus your mind, unlock the joints, active stretch, left and right, finding your natural breathing rhythm, upper and lower body harmony, finding and connecting the three bows, making sure your mind is focused, sensitive and intense, making sure you're bringing your head now right over the arch of the weighted foot, and on the unweighted foot make sure you're turning it over onto the inside of the big toe with just a little slight drag, so that you're definitely unlocking the knee each time. Make sure you unlock the ankle, unlock the knee, unlock the hip. You do the circle step around the knee joint and make sure that you are walking from the waist. So as you can see here with Mike, you walk as slow as you need to be able to make that happen. Always drawing yourself up to your full height to make yourself as light as possible. Try and walk carefully, slowly, smoothly, taking your weight right the way across to one leg and make sure you're unlocking the other. This will be every step you do in Tai Chi and every kick. So again, this is vital technical training apart from being an excellent meditation as well.